Welcome back, everybody, to the Daily Pigskin Blink, your daily look at fantasy football, the NFL, injuries, starts, sits, studs, duds, previews, reviews, and any other combination of words that I can get to rhyme to help make your fantasy football team sizzle. Tonight, the New York Giants come into Carolina looking for another big-time win, and hopefully the offense for the Giants will be playing a full game and not just a second half. This is a high-profile matchup of contrasting quarterback styles, and it's also a matchup of not contrasting, quarterbacks that you should definitely start. Eli Manning for the season, 723 yards, 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Last week against Tampa Bay, 31 of 51, 510, and 3 touchdowns with 3 interceptions. A lot of those stats came in the second half. He really turned it on and really pulled that offense out. Hakeem Nicks and Victor Cruz are both solid plays for this week. You're not going to see them reaching the near 200-yard status like they did last week, but they're both solid plays. Cam Newton on the other side of the ball passed for 253 yards, ran for 71, grabbed 2 touchdowns in Carolina's 35-27 victory over the New Orleans Saints last week. He's going to absolutely decimate the secondary of the Giants in a bad, naughty way. It's going to be more of a passing performance than a rushing performance too. Don't expect the 70 yards and a touchdown on the ground, but that could happen. Wide receiver Steve Smith and Brandon LaFell are both plays. Brandon LaFell more in the deeper leagues or as a flex or as a 3+ wide receiver kind of a league. Steven Smith is going to be a solid play. Both teams are going to try to also rush a lot harder tonight. Starting running backs Andre Brown for the Giants, as Ahmad Bradshaw is out tonight with a neck injury that took him out of last week's game. And for Carolina, D'Angelo Williams and Jonathan Stewart will both get the call. However, I would not start any running backs this week. Just because they're going to try to rush the ball harder doesn't necessarily equate to a lot of fantasy points, as these defenses could put up walls that force the offenses to only get maybe 2.7, 2.8 yards a rush. So if you are going to be starting somebody and you have a question about tonight's games, I'd probably start Eli Manning and Cam Newton. Cam Newton is going to be the star of this week. Start them both if you have them. Hakeem Nicks, Victor Cruz, Steve Smith, start them. In deeper leagues, start Brandon LaFell. Stay away from the running backs for tonight. Andre Brown is a great pickup, though. He did come in, and he was able to put together a touchdown and nearly 100 yards this past week when Bradshaw went down. So pick him up if he's still available. If he's not available and you have him, keep him on the bench right now. Also, highlighted games that you should be aware of as far as fantasy football points go, fantasy football players later on in the week. St. Louis at Chicago, San Francisco at Minnesota, Cincinnati at Washington, Atlanta at San Diego, and the Sunday night game, New England at Baltimore. And we'll cover those both tomorrow and Saturday to get you the best fantasy football information that we can on your players. That's it for me for today, Thursday, September 20th of 2012. You can check out this broadcast as well as every other broadcast at fantasyfootballtoolkit.com as well as 360sportsnetwork.com. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, anything underneath the sun that you want to send me, send it over to lostcause@fantasyfootballtoolkit.com. And for the best in all sports, local, national, college, Olympics, everything under the sun, you can check out 360 Sports Network at 360sportsnetwork.com. And so for me, everybody, take it easy and enjoy the ride tonight. It should be lots and lots of fun. Later.